So you're at 30% body fat. You are very overweight. You want to get down to 15% body fat. That means you will be a healthy body fat percentage, you will have visible abs, and you will be leaner than most Americans. You're probably thinking, how do I achieve this? How long will it take me to achieve this? Do I need to spend 2 hours a day on the treadmill to achieve this? Do I need to starve myself? The answer is no, unless you count a calorie deficit as starvation. The truth of the matter is you're going to have to lose a significant amount of the body fat that you currently hold. Probably the amount as the same weight as a toddler. Let's get this straight. If you don't know your body fat percentage currently, then you can't make a clear plan. So let's estimate your body fat percentage and where it is currently. If you're 30%, you are soft all around. Love handles, no definition. If you're 25%, you're starting to flatten out, but you are still soft. And if you are 35%, then adipose is going to be hanging off all areas of your body. Now we have estimated your body fat percentage. By the way, if you're unsure of it, then round up. You need to calculate your lean mass. Lean mass isn't your muscle tissue, it's your blood, your bones, everything else other than fat. Let's say you are 230 pounds and you're 30% body fat. That means your lean mass is 161 pounds. Next, we need to know how much fat you actually need to lose. To get to 15% body fat, you want that 161 pounds of weight to make up 85% of your body weight. So do the maths. 161 divided by 0.85 is, we'll say 190 pounds. This is your target weight. This is why people stall at around 10 to 15 pounds on their fat loss journey. They compare their transformation as needing to be the same as other people who have lost 15 pounds. If I lost 15 pounds, I would look diced. The fact is, if you're 30% body fat and you're around 230 pounds or over, you have way more than 10 pounds to lose. You probably have closer to 40 pounds to lose. So let's look at a timeline. Here's where things get real. Can you lose 40 pounds in 2 months? The answer is probably yes. I'm sure David Goggins did something like that on his journey. He was that desperate to lose the weight as quickly as possible because it was some kind of existential crisis and his career in the forces depended on it. That said, should you do it? No. Everything in your life will seriously suffer. Your mood will be miserable all the time, 24/7. You'll be struggling to sleep. If you do have muscle mass, then you will be losing some of that mass. A sustainable rate of loss is 2 pounds per week, or about 1% of your body weight. Some people may say lose 1 pound a week. You can do this if you struggle to stick to a nutrition plan, but as someone who is 30% body fat, you can afford to lose 2 pounds per week and not experience the effects of fat loss like other people do. It is very different cutting down from 15% to 9% body fat than it is from 30% body fat to 15%, even though the weight loss for someone who has 30% body fat is way higher. So let's set a realistic range. If you're losing 2 pounds per week and you are 230 pounds and you are 30% body fat, you're probably going to get down to 15% body fat in 5 months. The average person who stalls, life happens, we can round it up to 6 months. So actionable steps that you can take today. Estimate your body fat percentage. Calculate your lean mass. Set a realistic goal weight. For you, maybe just 20% body fat is a healthy, achievable body fat percentage. Then create a small calorie deficit. Don't slash your food, focus on whole foods. For most people, I recommend to keep it at 80% whole foods and 20% processed foods or treats. If you're 30% body fat, you can increase the amount of processed food and non-nutritional calories that you eat. I'm not saying that this is sustainable, but I am saying for most people who are making serious changes to their nutrition, I would lean towards the easier side of the journey and make it more like 70-30. Next, I would track my weekly average weight loss. Don't track it daily. When you are at a high body fat percentage, the fluctuations can vary quite a lot. So just step on the scale once per week to begin with for the first month. Obviously, you should prioritize resistance training. Feel free to do some cardio, get in some steps. I wouldn't do any cardio that has any amount of impact. If you do want to do some extra cardio, opt for swimming, uphill hiking, just general steps, maybe put in some time on the bike. I would stay away from running. I find that running particularly spikes appetite. It can make your knees and ankles quite janky at that weight. It's not really a change that you have to opt for when the goal is just to simply lose the fat. If you want a bit more guidance on how to train for a fat loss phase, then feel free to join my free community and reach out to me. We can discuss your goals. Any specific questions, reach out to me on Instagram.